Hi, and welcome back. And we're joined on the sofa now by Will from Specsavers and Si from BJSS.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you
for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
So if I can start with you, Will. So
Absolutely.
Specsavers.
Yeah.
Big fan myself, don't have them on at the moment, but big fan.
Yeah.
So I understand that Specsavers has gone through quite a bit of change, and I've noticed that in more recent times you're actually doing a lot more than just eyewear. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, absolutely. So Specsavers has been around for 35 years now, and we are obviously known for glasses. That's what we're known, and we're a very well-known brand as well. But we are absolutely branching out into audiology, so hearing aids, those kind of things, and advanced optical services such as OCT. I won't try and pronounce what that means. It's a very long word that I never get right, but it's effectively taking 3D images of your eye and being able to get real information about the state of your health, your whole body, just through the eye. And that's all we really care about, is helping people see and hear better. So that, it's been a huge change in the way we market to our people and what we sell.
That's a lot of change for any company to take on.
Yeah.
So what part has the cloud, and in particular because our cloud, Microsoft Azure, played in that?
Yeah, so I think we all know that the high street in particular is going through a tough patch at the moment, right? Specsavers, we have very loyal customers with a great brand, and we haven't suffered yet from the downturn in the high street. We're still growing, but our customers expect a lot more. They expect to be able to go into a store and be known. We should know what they've been looking at, know them already and understand their eye health already, and perhaps do part of their journey in store and finish it online, or vice versa, on any device, any channel. And we know that, and we have to transform how we market to our customers, and the cloud is pivotal to that, because it means we can deploy quickly, we can deploy anywhere in the world, because Specsavers is a global brand. We're in Australia, we're in New Zealand, Northern Europe, Spain, and we need to be able to deploy those services that we build as quickly as possible into the regions where they're needed, and that's why cloud is so pivotal to us.
Right.
Okay, and Si, you've been helping with this journey, so what challenges did Specsavers bring to you, and how did you handle those?
Yeah, so it's almost a kind of fairly traditional challenge, which is, they've got a huge volume of legacy estate, so software that runs the majority of their business, which they need to transform. They need to move it onto the cloud, they need to modernize it and bring it forward. So while they're bringing in new software packages, right, the main thing was, like, how do we keep the show on the road? How do we continue to evolve and adapt and leverage the old with the new at the same time? So we've been working with Specsavers in partnership to kind of build almost like a keep the show on the road team, while at the same time we're working on the new and integrating it through APIs. So building up, classic patterns like triangular pattern over the top of the existing estate, whilst we're kind of rapidly and adaptively working in an agile way to bring the new stuff on market and actually get stuff out there as quickly as we possibly can.
Oh, right, so the business keeps on running while you're...
Exactly, because you can't afford to wait 3 years for a whole new estate to come into place, and customers demand continuous evolution and continuous change.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So can you just go into a bit more detail about what specifically you kind of taken on and the projects that are in
absolutely. So we've taken on pretty much all of the legacy digital world. So the Specsavers.com market presence. We take all that on. We do support and adaptive maintenance for that. We've built a team over the top of the clinical part of Specsavers, which is a system they built themselves, which has been phenomenally successful, but has become code degrades over time. So we've built a system over that. And then we're building teams really just to kind of do some coaching around agile, new ways of working, just really bringing it forward. So.
Okay, fantastic. So that's an awful lot of operational change. So does that give you any kind of cultural challenges?
How's the workforce handling that?
Absolutely. There are cultural challenges, and there are challenges for the workforce. And I think one of the key things we try and talk about when it comes to this organisational change is that it won't have an end state. It will be a constantly evolving thing, and we shouldn't ever think, oh, good, we're done, wash my hands off and go sit down and relax. We're constantly going to have to adapt to what we're doing and adapt the organisation in that way. And as long as we understand that, it means we can place our people correctly and know they may move again, and prepare everyone to constantly adapt, so we can constantly move them around. And we've understood that even in the way that we're now designing and delivering. We've got some core principles now within technology about how we do things that are very different to how we would have done them a few years ago.
Oh, okay.
One of those being data-driven. Everything we do should be data-driven. That's not data just for like our customers and what we sell. It should be in terms of what we build and how we produce things. Within technology as well. And a good example of that is our data platform. We're migrating from an existing data platform to a pure Azure data platform, and because we're data driven, we understand how important it is to do that quickly. So we're going from a data platform that took a year to deploy to almost finishing a data platform in 6 weeks.
Wow.
And that's including training our staff on how to use that data platform.
So these are quite complicated projects involving quite a lot of moving parts, and you must do this with quite a few companies. So where can people go? I know you're here today. Where can people go? I understand you might have written a book.
Yeah, so we've written a book, so it's just some ruminations on how to do kind of digital transformation. So that's Enterprise Agile. We've got books that we're handing out downstairs today and tomorrow. But in general, I mean, it is a classic challenge. I think, the way, IT is moving on, it's maturing as a discipline. It's taken us a while to get there, but we've stopped talking in analogies like car mechanics and all this kind of stuff. We bring our own approaches now, so agility and engineering and agility, we've learned a huge amount over the last sort of 20 years about how to do software reliably, deliver quickly, deliver value. And actually, to Will's point, the cultural challenge is now as big a challenge as the technical challenge. If you don't embrace the old and the new, if you don't get those two worlds working together, you're going to end up on an 18-month program that doesn't deliver anything,
right.
And you quickly lose the faith of the business.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Running, yeah.
So you've got to work quickly, you've got to work adaptively, you've got to sort of have your change program in your execution platform at the same time. Two things got to work together, really.
Yes, and I understand you're doing a session tomorrow. Is that right?
Absolutely.
Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so on stage with Derek McCourt.
Derek McCourt, indeed.
Absolutely.
That's Heather's boss,
That
by
is
the way.
my boss.
Oh, is it?
No pressure.
Okay.
Feel free to put in a good word about how well
lovely
this
it
has
was.
gone.
I'll have to think about it. Maybe if there's a gin going around tonight.
I'll buy some more glasses.
Okay, excellent. We'll do that. That goes into my bonus, so that's good. Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be kind of more of the same from today, just deep diving a bit more into how tech is really causing cultural shifts within an organisation.
Yeah.
And I think actually that shift is coming from people in our company, but outside of technology. And technology is helping them kind of drive how we deliver things now.
Yeah,
Right.
understanding the people part of technology change now, I think, is absolutely crucial. It's not just changing tech. You need to change. Well, you need to understand your people, and then understand how your people need to change to take on that technology.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I was in one of your establishments the other day. So, you have a constant influx of people there that are meeting people, and through all levels of the organisation.
And hopefully you saw some of the technology in use in store and saw how we're trying to make that customer journey as slick and you feel cared for, and we do genuinely care about your eye health and your hearing.
And the opportunity, as you say, if you understand my eye health, the opportunity then to take that through to other areas and help me out, because I understand you get quite a lot of referrals, don't you, from the NHS? Is that right?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
It's quite a powerful data set that you have there.
Oh, absolutely. My wife has been going to Specsavers since she was 12.
Ah.
So we've got actually 20-ish years of eye health data about her. And if you think about, we expand that out to all of our customers, there's a lot of information we can learn there in terms of general overall health.
Right, so do you think really capitalising on customer data for their benefit is going to be key to transformation in the future then?
Absolutely, yeah.
You probably know more about me than I know about me. You just haven't told me yet.
Well, you can barely see, I can tell you that.
I was going to wear
Don't say that, she's been to Specsavers, she should be able to see that.
Glasses, I'm all about the glasses
When she puts them on, yes.
Not the contact lenses anymore.
Yeah. Fantastic, well look, we really appreciate you coming in. Congratulations on the work that you've done so far. We will watch back your talk tomorrow. And in fact, if anybody else wants to see that, I don't think we're covering that on Future Coded Live, but you can go back in a few days on the website and look at all of our breakout sessions from across the conference. They will all be there, which is great. So both of you, thank you so much. Really appreciate your time this afternoon.